Most people think their sex life is fine until they stop and ask themselves if they're truly satisfied. I want you to imagine this. You're lying in bed, your partner next to you, and the room feels silent. Not because it's peaceful, but because something is missing. Maybe the passion has faded. Maybe the connection is broken. Or maybe you've never even tasted the kind of intimacy that leaves you trembling in both body and soul. Today, I'm going to give you a test. 20 questions, 3 minutes. But here's the truth. This isn't just a quiz. It's a mirror. A mirror that will reflect back exactly how much satisfaction you're really experiencing between the sheets and outside of them. And if you're brave enough to listen until the very end, you'll see why satisfaction in sex isn't about performance. It's about presence, vulnerability, and desire. Let's start with honesty. Be real with yourself. Nobody's watching. Nobody's judging. This is between you and the truth of your desire. I feel comfortable telling my partner what I like and don't like in bed. Think about this. Comfort is intimacy's oxygen. If you can't speak, you suffocate. I rarely feel bored during sex. Be careful here. Boredom in bed is not a sign of low libido. It's a sign of low imagination. Foreplay is a big part of my sex life. Foreplay isn't extra. It's the entrance. Skip it, and you skip half the experience. I wish my partner were more open to oral sex. Desire dies in silence. If you wish for something, but never say it, you'll live with quiet frustration. My relationship is healthy. Without emotional health, sex turns mechanical. A healthy connection makes intimacy electric. Asterisk, I once spoke to a couple who had been married for 12 years. They thought their problem was sex, but the truth was, they hadn't shared affection outside the bedroom in years. The moment they started touching, kissing, laughing again, their sex life revived itself without even trying. Sometimes, the cure isn't in the bed. It's in the moments before you ever get there. I often feel lonely when I'm with my partner. Loneliness in bed is the loudest silence you'll ever hear. Sex feels like a chore when passion turns into duty. Intimacy starts to decay. I am physically healthy. Never underestimate the body's role. Health and arousal are married. The frequency of sex with my partner has declined. Decline is normal. Silence about it is not. My stress level affects my sexual desire. Stress is the greatest aphrodisiac killer. No fantasy can compete with exhaustion. Asterisk, imagine this. A man tells me he has no desire left for his wife. He swears something's wrong with him. We dig deeper. Turns out, he works 12-hour days, drinks 3 coffees to survive, and collapses into bed numb. His problem wasn't sexual. It was survival. Sometimes, the reason you're not turned on is because your life is turning you off. I get nervous about pleasing my partner in the bedroom. Nervousness kills desire. Remember, sex is not a performance. It's participation. I feel confident about my body. Confidence is the sexiest outfit you'll ever wear. I feel in the moment when having sex with my partner. If your mind is elsewhere, your body will always feel half asleep. I feel comfortable talking about sexual fantasies with my partner. Hiding it is. I would like sex that feels like a scene out of a movie. Craving intensity isn't wrong, but chasing fantasy while ignoring reality creates distance. Asterisk, let me tell you something raw. A woman once confessed to me that she had sex every week but felt nothing. She thought she was broken, but she wasn't. She simply never spoke her truth. She wanted passion, adventure, unpredictability. Her husband thought routine meant security. The moment she confessed, they began to play, experiment, and explore. It wasn't therapy that saved them, it was honesty. I am as physically attracted to my partner as when we started dating. Attraction changes, but effort sustains it. Sex is painful for me. Pain must never be ignored. Pleasure cannot live where pain is dismissed. On a regular day, I feel unstressed and welcome intimacy. If your daily life leaves no room for intimacy, no bed can fix that. I feel emotionally connected to my partner. Emotional connection is the strongest aphrodisiac. I am open to trying new things in the bedroom. Curiosity is the secret to staying alive sexually. Without it, routine becomes a prison. Asterisk, now add up your answers. The higher your score, the more satisfied and connected you are. But listen carefully. This test isn't about numbers. It's about awareness. If you answered honestly, you already know what's missing. what's alive, and what's suffocating. Satisfaction in sex doesn't come from tricks, positions, or even frequency. It comes from truth, from the courage to say what you feel, and from the discipline of creating intimacy outside the bedroom. So here's my challenge to you tonight: don't just have sex. Talk, touch, ask, listen. Try something new. Make love like it's not a routine, but a ritual. Because satisfaction isn't about lasting longer, moaning louder, or looking better. It's about connection. And without connection, sex is just skin against skin. With it, it becomes fire, soul, and everything you've been craving.